episode of Woodburn's Solving Your China Business Pain Points. My name is Christina Kohler-Colucci. I'm the head of business advisory at Woodburn Accountants and Advisors. And in today's episode, we are going to be looking at, let me update the reel. We're going to be looking at how to write the perfect business plan for your China investment. Writing a business plan takes time, it takes energy, and a lot of research. So why go to all of that effort? One reason is that it's simply a good idea. Almost without exception, each business owner and company with a plan is pleased they have one. And each owner without a plan wishes they had one. A business plan helps you decide if your idea has potential. It helps you improve your business concept and is normally essential for accessing funding. And if you're planning to start up a new business in China, having a business plan is more than just a nice to have. In certain scenarios, having a business plan is a requirement without which you won't be able to start your company at all. Let's look in today's episode at why you need a business plan in China and how to write that perfect business plan. Now, in China, there are three principal reasons you need a business plan. One is funding. If you hope to get investment from a bank or a venture capital firm or outside investors, or even just to convince your board of directors, you need to provide a business plan together with a financial plan / budget for everybody to understand what is your strategy, how are you going to implement that strategy, and how much is it going to cost the investors, and what the return on investment is going to be. The second principal reason is the free trade zones or industry requirements. China allows companies to form in the many free trade zones in the country, each of which has its own very specific requirements. Some of them stipulate that you must have a certain registered capital to be able to establish there. And if you are trying to justify your registered capital amount, you need to have a business plan and a financial budget and a financial plan to understand what your registered capital level is going to be. What are your capital needs to kick off and start up in China? The third principal reason is your nationality. Now, some cities and free trade zones require people from certain countries to provide a business plan as part of their application. There are also certain banks in certain regions of China that will also look at the passport of those that are designated within the corporate structure, or those that are even directors of the holding companies. So it's important to analyze all of this within your business plan. Now, the next question is how to write that business plan. And I want to give you 5 steps in which you can do this. All right. Now, while you may have written a business plan in the past, be aware that China has somewhat different format requirements compared to Western countries. So it needs to be much more diligently researched, which is never a bad thing. Let's look at 5 simple steps to writing a business plan for your China investment. One is show you are compliant. More than anything, your business plan needs to show that the activities your company proposes to carry out are in line with your business description, and that they are legally permitted by foreign investors to do in China. The second is specifying the purpose of the business plan. You cannot just provide a generic business plan for China. Your document needs to be tailored to a specific audience. It needs to be clear what the purpose is, be that to apply for investment, to be admitted to a free trade zone, or ultimately for the board of directors or shareholders. The next is in-depth research. A business plan in China needs to contain significantly more data points than what might be required in other countries. You should make use of market research, collect data from reputable sources to support your business proposition. Okay. The next one is thorough finances. You should provide thorough and detailed financial data. Most importantly, that financial data should be realistic. Do not be tempted to provide over-optimistic estimations that might be then picked at when reviewed. And then obviously follow the template. Business plans do not actually need to be submitted to the Ministry of Commerce. Like I said, there will be specific occasions where the banks want to see it or the free trade zones want to see it. But ultimately, it really is for the investors when you're trying to apply for the funding. So follow a specific template. Make sure they are chapter based, that you've looked at all aspects of the corporate administration, the actual operational business, and obviously looking at then your financial plan in the form of projected forecasts, cash flow, etc. Starting a new business in China is not as straightforward as in other places. And sometimes you will need to jump through certain bureaucratic hoops of writing a business plan. This is obviously where working with a lawyer or a corporate service provider comes into play, allowing you that peace of mind that goes with knowing all that red tape is under control. And obviously, the most important thing you want to do when you launch your business in China is to focus on actually what matters, right? Not the bureaucratic side of things like the business plan format, etc. Another tip I will give is have your business plans and financial plans validated by experts, whether in your sector or industry or just generic experts of China, to give you that brainstorming arm before you actually present your business plan to government offices, to funding investors, etc. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, please press that like button. Please share the video. Our aim is to help as many people that are struggling to do business in China gain traction. If you want to learn more about what we do at Woodburn Accountants and Advisors, head on over to our website, woodburnglobal.com. And last but not least, if this is one of your struggles, one of your pain points, set up a call in our diary. The link is going to be in the chat box in the comment section. Set up a call in our diary and we'd be happy to help you. We wish you a great day. Take care and see you tomorrow. Bye.